Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Come Out Things. I want to speak this morning about crime. Now, we have a very serious crime situation going on right now in Barbados where people are very uncomfortable. People are uncomfortable to go to parties, to go to karaoke, to go places, to walk and go in car parks. Women are uncomfortable. They're looking to see who's following them. Men are uncomfortable. They're looking to see if somebody want to rob them. It is gone really out of hand. Okay, we are the most uncomfortable we have ever been in the history of Barbados. All right, and the people that are supposed to really address it are not addressing it the way they should be. They're saying it's a community thing. When they were in the opposition, they weren't saying that. They were saying put them in and they can solve all of our worries. They're the panacea for everything, a cure for all. No, they're in. They're saying they can't get it handled, and the community have to get involved. Yes, the community plays a part too, but you have the weaponry, the equipment to solve it. You understand? Let's look at this, all right? There are countries in the world who have the lowest crime rates in the world. Countries like Iceland, Switzerland, Norway, in the Caribbean, Anguilla, Barbuda, Antigua even. You understand me? These are countries that have low crime rates. And they say that there are three concepts to use to help lower or help ameliorate crime. That is strong governance. You need strong governance. You need to stamp out corruption. That's number two, stamping out corruption. And three, very serious policing. Allow the police to do what they are supposed to do. So in other words, give the police the equipment and the manpower to do what they have to do. If you have areas that are consistently being placed in the headlines, let them have 24-hour policing there. Because the objective is not to solve a crime after it's happened. The objective is to prevent crime and reassure the citizenry, right? To serve, protect, and reassure. Okay? To reassure the citizenry that we can feel safe in our country, Barbados. Because right now, under this administration, we are not feeling safe. All right, people say it's the government, but government has a lot to do with it. All right? And yes, society too, it is true. You understand? Because it is necessary for us when we send our children to school, not for the teachers to not only teach them academics. There are things that are non-academic that should be taught at school. Things like etiquette and decorum. How when you're in a bus and you see an elderly person, you get up, or a pregnant lady, you get up. Helping the old lady with a bag. You know what I mean? Proper manners, saying hello, that kind of thing. These are things that need to be values, ethics, morals. These are things that need to be taught in school instead of just concentrating on academics, because it helps build a nation. Anyway, let me tell you this, right? If these people wanted to stop crime, they would stop crime. But crime is a business. Crime is a business. Without crime, there won't be any marshals, there won't be any bailiffs, there won't be any prison officers, there won't be any magistrates, there won't be any judges, there won't be a lot of attorneys. There's a lot of people that depend on crime for a living. So don't feel these people really want to stamp out crime. I mean, no country in the world can obliterate crime. You understand? But you can better get it down to a minimum. Right? But the way it has gotten now in Barbados, the amount of killings, we trying to gain history again this year. Last year was 50. We trying to beat that. I don't know if the Attorney General and them trying to get in the Guinness Book of World Records or what. You understand? But it looks that way to me. And it's time that we should feel comfortable in our country. We are not comfortable. You understand? And to be truthful, right? If we allow the police and give the police the equipment that they want, allow them to have the cameras, the drones, more manpower, you understand? And be consistently in these areas that are giving problems and have them amalgamated with the defense force, it would be a preventative. You understand? You don't wait until after something's happened, then to do like cordon off areas and block areas and that kind of thing. Because people are aware, you know. Barbados is a very small place. By the time they come and do this, somebody calls somebody and tell them, it all over. You understand? Who you want, who you're looking for gone or hidden somewhere, and where you're looking for done stash. You understand what I mean? So consistence, please. Anyway, I don't have a lot more to say on this because I want you all to be very, very suspect when you hear certain things on social media. Sometimes when we hear certain stories on social media, take them with a grain of salt because we have a government that uses a lot of psychological warfare on the citizenry. They put out stories and they pay people to put out stories so as to influence them. You understand? Influence others to get into the agenda they want. So sometimes when you hear a story, you hear somebody saying, somebody they follow me and they can see in the car because the car they for the tent. That's a way to help get rid of the tent. You understand? Or this body they walk in with money and they get robbed. You understand? There's another way to tell you, well, start walking with money, go digital. Sometimes they use these kind of things, you understand, to get you to get within the agenda that they want. So sometimes suspect everyone and trust no one. Do I tell you? All right? Even me, when I come with something, question me. Ask me what was my objective. Find out what is the objective. Okay? Please, people, I'm begging you. All right? Do not take these people's word. All right? They're always up to something. I try to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of them, please. All right? Anyway, this is Winston Clark. I'm out. Remember, keep your spirits up and keep your temper down. And remember to always do something good for someone each and every day. All right? I'm out.